Hello to all my friends out there. Well, I thought it was about time for another Tuesday tea with Rhoda. I hope everyone is doing okay. So, for Tuesday tea with Rhoda, first thing, tea. These are my new chocolate mint tea plants. I'm very excited. I'm hoping maybe they'll grow really big and huge. And somebody left this palm tree by the dumpster, so I took it. I've been wanting a palm tree, and I told my son I will plant it in the backyard. Okay, that was like so stupid, because today when I was driving up to the shopping center, these things grow bigger than my backyard. So it would have created all kinds of problems. So let me show you if you're new. Cute tea party napkins. Okay, so I made chocolate mint tea. Okay. See these little holes? I saw them and they leaked all over my tablecloth, but I thought, well, you know, Lowe's must have had some insects. Well, I had a huge worm, and I am going to be so mad if I get those on my tomato plants. Tomorrow I'm going to try to find some ooh, this is a pretty tea, some 7 dust. These can't go back outside by my plants until I dust them. So I have the best mint tea. If you've been following me, you know about this. So what I did was I cut off one leaf, removed the worm, and then I took the leaves and I washed them good, and then I boiled some water, I turned off the heat, and I seeped my mint in the water, but I didn't want to cut that much off, so I added a mint tea bag to it, and I had squeezed some lemon, so I threw my, owie, this is hot, my lemon that I squeezed the lemon juice in the tea, and there's a tea bag, and then there's my mint leaves in there. So this should be some pretty decent tea. Should be some real decent tea. So okay, let me taste this. So I learned this tea on Super Soldier Talk, Peter the Insider. Gotta give credit where credit is due. So this is a really beautiful teacup. I'm looking for teacups. I haven't been shopping too much, you guys, because I don't want to add to my accumulation of stuff, especially since I now sold my excess home decor at the swap meet. I was very happy about that. That is, I don't really taste chocolate, but I do taste mint. So what I really like, so okay, so I already brewed it with some lemon, but if I had wanted more lemon, I have some lemon juice out of my son's lemon tree. I put about a 1/16 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then you add honey. But I'm not adding honey, but you could add honey. So now, for the tea party food. I bought this at Marshall's. I bought some nice stuff at Marshall's. Let me see if I can find it. I can find it. If any of you have dogs, they had these really nice dog biscuits, and then they have this really nice bathroom soap, and it was only $4. 16 ounces. So I bought that at Marshall's, but I also bought the 3-tier plate, and I also bought a 2-tier plate. So number one thing for a tea party is sandwiches. So the thing about you know, any kind of parties is you want to use your artistic license. So here's what I made. This is some chicken, you know, chicken salad. All I put is mayonnaise. And I had some Parmesan cheese grated, and I have some tomatoes. These came from my son's garden, with some basil and some balsamic vinaigrette dressing. So the sandwich is going to, ooh, my pita, I got this pita bread at Walmart marked down. So the sandwich is going to the bottom. I try to stockpile chicken. So this is a tasty little sandwich. And then I made some tasty fruit cups. Bananas, a half a tangerine that my son grew, and some strawberries frozen. And I wanted to tell you guys something important. And I almost forgot. I went to Lulu's Market in El Cajon to get some fruit. And when I was there, they had these really nice roasts. And what I really liked about them is they're about 1 pound each. So I've been doing the Hello Fresh, so I figure I can cut them in 4 pieces. So I bought 2 roasts, so that'd be 8 pieces. So that would be for my son, myself, and for Misha, that would be about 6 meals. So that was awesome. And it was really nice roast beef. Now, so if you can go to a meat market, I think you're going to get the better deal on meat sometimes. Okay, and I made tea party cookies. These are my favorite cookie recipe, and I had cherry jam left from my Hello Fresh. Now, rule 1, don't overload your tea 3-tier plate. You can just put more on. Okay, so now let me give you the recipe. Okay, now to let you know, this is a huge batch of cookies. So I made half a batch, and that made 4 batches of cookies. I put everything in here. I put, I make oatmeal cookies with this stuff. Notice that you use shortening in this recipe. I put all kinds of extracts in it. I put chocolate chips. This is the best recipe. Get this recipe. So that was my tea party cookies. And the tea is mint tea, lemon, cinnamon, and honey. Now, okay, life is good. Let's get myself a sandwich and a fruit cup and a cookie. If you hate tea, just have some hot lemonade or some heated apple cider or some coffee or some hot cocoa, you know. I want to mention, if you guys like tea parties, go to Life with Patty, and she has a whole bunch of listed tea parties, and you can watch all these really awesome tea parties. I watch Ellen's Abundant Life. There's quite a few. I can't remember them all, but go to Life with Patty, and Life with Patty does awesome tea parties. So, okay, I want to mention some stuff. This is about the COVID. One thing that can be done is you can take supplements that really help. So the supplements that really help are vitamin D3. So I bought these for 99 cents. I mean, it's easy to take one. A multivitamin, and what you're trying to look for is 100% zinc. Zinc is found in meat and fish. So if you're protein deficient, that's not good. And then I take a vitamin C, and I take prescribed doses. I don't overdo it. So that's one thing we can do to really help ourselves. I was looking forward to going back to the swap meet, but I don't think it's safe enough now. And you know, we have the little baby at home, so I have to be careful. So I saw a video today and the question was, how do you meet men? Oh, that is easy. Become a barber. You want to meet men? That's way, or sell jewelry. So I was just getting started last week. What I did, if you remember, I set out some little medallions of Mary, and already within a week I could see the jewelers looking, because it's a small world in hairdressing and jewelers. So sometimes I will actually sell stuff very cheap to the right person. And also on the clothes, the first week I wanted to sell all the junk before I got into selling my eBay inventory. And because, you know, you come the first week and you've got all this nice stuff, and then you come and all you have is a bunch of old clothes. So I wanted to mention to you something, and this was like funny to me. Okay, I sold knockoff purses, and the lady across from me was selling purses $5. I go, okay, well, I'll sell mine $5. Nobody bought this, you guys. And this is a really nice tote. And this lady, you know, she was trying to help me, and she actually was pretty helpful. She goes, you know what's wrong with this tote? It's too heavy. And it is. But you know what's right with this tote? It's huge. You can use it for a gym bag. You can fit an 8 to a 10-pound dog in here. You can put a liter. There's a zipper back here and all kinds of compartments. You can put a liter bottle of water in this thing. It's just a huge tote, and it wasn't a cheap tote originally. It's a cute tote, and nobody bought it for $5. And I thought, well, I'm glad it didn't sell. My Man and Joy tote didn't sell for $5. Somebody said, do you have any small crossbody leather purses? And I thought, yeah, but they're not for sale this week. But anyway, this is an awesome purse. New, they don't sell that much, but what was in this purse was this little Coach bag. Nope, $5, that's too much. But this is actually, I bought these for the imaginary cruise. Nobody bought that. Glad they didn't. And then I had, okay, this is nothing but cuteness too. It's a huge tote. And it's got a crossbody strap, new with tags. It's super cute. Nobody bought this. Super cute handle. But they bought the shoes that went with it. Those were cute shoes. And then this purse, this is a nice purse. This is a $55 purse. And this girl picked this purse up and she goes, you know what's wrong with that purse? And I go, no, what? She goes, it's white. I go, yeah, that's true. So those were some of the things that didn't sell. Thank goodness. Okay, so now, you know, back to like preparing for anything and everything. Being smart, basically. I prefer selling on eBay, and I want to show you. I sold a pretty nice watch. It was that Invicta watch for $50. But this is a Bacardi tank watch. This is so much easier than going to the swap meet, loading the stuff. But you know, you're gonna, the day I decided to sell clothes and purses was not a smart day. And this is a knockoff Gucci watch. Notice I call them compass watches because notice it's like a compass. It's a cute watch. I sold a few knockoffs. I didn't sell the jewelry much yet, but I will when this pandemic blows over. But I don't think it's going to blow over. So water for 30 days. So you need about a gallon per day, including for pets. What I do is I refill the water either out of my filtered water in the refrigerator or the kiosk. Okay, and then like if things start getting wild, there's been some really bad riots in South Africa. That's where it was South Africa, the monkeypox came. So they're tearing up, rioting and looting. So if things start getting really, really bad, we want to stay in the house, stay put, not get out in the middle of that. Food for a year. You might be going, I can't afford food for now. What about a year? Well, what has to be done is in the event that you needed food for a year and you're just trying to survive, even the smartest prepper is going to run low. So what you want to know is rice, beans, and plant a garden. So you might be going, I don't have resources to plant a garden. I don't have anywhere outside. What you want to do is save your seeds out of the food you have now and just put them in a big mason jar, and just in case, because a crop cycle is only 60 days. From the time you plant that vegetable, I have a yellow squash ready out there now. I'm saving it for my son. So, start saving your seeds. And how I know this is, I knew this lady, and when she was young, she went to Mexico to a polygamy compound, and there was no work down there, and so it was decided her husband would run to the U.S. and try to find work. And she stayed down there, and one day an old man came up to her and said, "Ma'am, your daughter is starving." And he gave her a bag of beans, a bag of rice, and told her to plant a garden. Right now, I would start out with 25-pound bags. It could be 12.5 pounds of navy beans. We always went that way, but there's a lot of iron and stuff in pinto beans, and you need cornmeal. It's going to be so much better if you have potatoes and cornmeal. Okay, so now this is the example of a guy I knew. When I first met him, I thought he was a drug addict. That's what I thought it was wrong with him. But really, I think he was in a starvation mode. And finally, he found a park to go to, and they gave him a sandwich, a small fruit, I have fruit today, or a small portion of vegetables and a Coke. It could be tea. So if you have stuff to make sandwiches, you can get by on that for a while. So now back to the lady planting the garden. So say if you have beans and rice, you would want tomatoes, peppers, bell peppers or jalapeno peppers, squash, zucchini or crookneck. Those are easy to grow here. And onions. And what I've been doing is just placing my onion, the roots, in the ground. So, I want to show you. Here's the ring I bought myself for getting 4 million views. Just about. I don't think I have them yet. But of course, any excuse to buy jewelry, right? So what happened is I was selling my jewelry, and this guy came up, and I noticed him right away because of his watch. And I noticed furthermore that he was rather slender and well-nourished looking. So it told me that most likely this was a jeweler. So if you ladies want to meet any men, so it's bad enough we're seeing all this economic distress we're looking at poor people, right? We're seeing people go into food banks and all this disagreeable stuff. But another thing we want to watch for is a currency collapse. Okay, I posted a video to show you, I think it's Tehran has a currency collapse. But we're watching for a currency collapse in the Mideast and especially Egypt too. So we saw the Evergreen block the Suez Canal, and in some circles that might have seemed like, to some, an aggressive attack on the trade, the trade being able to go through the Suez Canal, supposedly accidental. But we're watching for currency collapses in the Mideast. And we're watching, for stuff in the US too. So, you guys, that's Tuesday Tea with Rhoda. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and everybody be very, very careful with your money. During a recession, the most valuable thing you can possibly have is money. Because another thing is when the inflation, I heard somebody was saying, people were getting $1,200 food stamps. Well, it sounds like a lot, but say if you had 4 kids and 2 adults, that would be $200 a month each. So they know they have to give social services to the point where the people are not starving. In California, it looks like we're getting some kind of a universal basic income like thing. Here, I'm not sure about that. So I'm hoping that these people getting these huge food stamp, they're not called food stamps, they're called EBTs on a card, are stockpiling food with that, because I heard some of them are selling it for half price, so $600 for drugs. And this would be a really bad strategy if something like a famine, food shortage, or something like that, or like in South Africa, where they're tearing up the towns, then they're not going to be getting deliveries of food, which is going to hurt everybody. And like I moved out of La Mesa for that reason, because they're not going to drive supplies into a place. Those people are going to be in a world of hurt. I mean, it was really, really, South Africa, it's bad over there. But another thing I was going to mention is this Freedom Day in the UK. And there's like these huge parties, these huge crowds. So when the countries open back up, that's when you can have some cases of the variant. And it's like where fools dare not. They're calling it, they're calling it a pingdemic, because the phones were pinging, telling people to be careful, and they weren't. And they're calling Freedom Day invitation to the variant. So, I mean, it's not a good thing to get lofty, because I noticed over here, it's not much better. People seem to think, well, because you've been vaccinated, you'll be safe. But if the concentration of the contaminated particles is high enough and you breathe it into your lungs, strong possibility it's going to overcome you. So if you're in big crowds. And so they're saying in the UK that the cases could go up to 200,000. Right now it's 48,000. I don't know if that's a day or anything, but there would be a huge spike. So this is one thing they're thinking about recalling our governor, but he's been kind of cautious with our state, which I think was good. So, okay, you guys, that's Tuesday Tea with Rhoda. Please like, comment, nice comments if possible, and God bless you all.